So for this activity, all we have to do is open the Cisco Packet Tracer, drag 3 PC, 2 switches, and 4 servers to the platform area. Then next, change the label of PC0 and PC1 as dynamic, which is the DHCP button. Click that. And the PC2 will remain static. So since PC2 is static, configure its IP address. So let's just type 172.16.0.9 and then go to the fast Ethernet, and then put the same. Okay. So let's check again. Okay, so we have to repeat it. So I'll try typing. So I'll try typing 16 instead of 0.9. So that I can see the difference. So if I will check, nope, it's not the same. So I have to repeat it again. So click again the PC2 and then instead of 0.16, change it to 0.9. And we're done. You also have to check if the platform is in real-time mode. So next, we have to configure the server. Click the first server, then change its name to DHCP server. So on the gateway, type 172.16.0.1. Go to the fast Ethernet 0 and copy paste the same gateway address, and then tab for the subnet mask. So click set the HTTP service and HTTPS service to off, and then on the DHCP server, the gateway will be 172.16.0.1. The DNS server will be the same, and just add 1 on the last part and set the start IP address to 100.100. So we have to save this. Save. And then set the DNS service to off, and on the email, let's go to the email. Set the SMTP and PO3 service to off. So next is the DNS server. So add another server and name it as DNS server. So change its gateway to 172.16.0.1, and then configure the fast Ethernet 0, and on the IP address type the same. Instead it's 0.11, and change its subnet mask to 255.255.0.0. So set the HTTP service and HTTPS off, and then set the DHCP server service to off. So click on the DHCP, then turn it off, and then enter the domain. Let's say, for example, amaes.edu. And for the IP address, let's put 172.16.0.2 and then save. Click save. Click add instead. That, so you can see on the lower side here that it was added, and then another domain is the internal www.internal.com. So next, on the start IP address, just replace it with 30 and then add. So now it is already shown on the lower portion. So set the DNS service off, and then let's go to the email, and then turn SMTP and PO3 service to off also. So next is configuration of a web server. So add another server and name it as web server www.amaes.edu. And then after, set the gateway to 172.16.0.1. And then let's go to the fast Ethernet button. So let's copy paste the IP address and then just replace or change it with 0.2 and then tab for the subnet mask. Okay, so let's go to the services and put the HTTP and HTTPS off. On. Sorry. Rather. So let's go to the index HTML and change the HR welcome. So the welcome to Cisco packet tracer, let's change it with welcome to AMA online education system. So according to the instructions, we can add more sentences into it to add for the description. So let's save it, and next, set the DHCP server service to off. So turn that off and set also the DNS to off. Also the email, SMTP and PO3 service to off. And we're done. So this one is the proposed activity. So for the www.internal.com, follow the instruction like configuration of the web server. So here we're going to change the display name with web server www.internal.com. On the gateway, let's put 172.16.0.1 and paste that to the IP address, subnet mask, and then set the HTTP service and HTTPS on. then let's go to the index HTML, edit, find the HR, and then change the welcome dialog. So according to the instruction, create a website regarding artificial intelligence. So I just wrote, welcome to internal AI system, upgrading and innovating life through technology at lower costs. Next, we have to set the DHCP server service to off. Also the DNS set to off. And then the email off. So now for the last part of this laboratory, we're now going to connect all the devices. So all the servers will be connected to switch 1 using the automatic cable. And then switch to switch, and then the PCs to the switch 0. So now you can see that all the lights have turned to green. So this means, and they're blinking. So this means that they are now connected.